Now let's take a look on Spring 2011 Math 115 Test 3. Number 26. Total cost of 3 pencils and 2 erasers is $2.74. If the erasers were pencils and the pencils were erasers, the total cost will be $2.60. Now, let's first decide the variable we're going to use. Step 1, let P be the cost of one pencil, and let me use Q instead for eraser. Let Q be the cost of one eraser. Okay, now we will next set up the equations, the system of equations. In the first statement, 3 pencils and 2 erasers is $2.74. Now if you have 3 pencils, then the cost for 3 pencils will be 3 times P plus 2 times Q for 2 erasers. That amounts to $2.74. While if the erasers were pencils and the pencils were erasers, which means you basically switch the cost for the pencil to be the erasers becomes pencil, then we would have now 2 pencils and 3 erasers, right? Because of the conditional here. If you change them, the number of erasers becomes the number of pencils, the number of pencils becomes the number of erasers, right? Then the cost will be $2.26. Now, then the question is, find the price of an eraser. In other words, we need to find what is the Q. Now, to solve for Q, what we will do is both of them in general form. So to solve for Q, what we can do is eliminate the P. That way we will get the Q. And to do so, I will multiply the top by 2 and the bottom by -3. Okay. Now, by doing so, we will get 6P plus 4Q equals to $5.48. And for the second equation, if I multiply by -3, I will get -6P minus 9Q equals to -6.78. Okay, now notice that we purposely set it up this way so that we can eliminate the P. Now once we have the P has opposite coefficients, we will add them and we get -5Q equals to the sum of these two, which is -1.30. Okay, so this implies the Q will be -1.30 divided by -5. Q equals to what will that be? 0.26. It's okay. Now, of course, from here, if the question indeed the price of an eraser and the pencil what you will do is you plug in this $0.26 into either one of the equation. Either one of them will be okay, and to solve for p. Okay, but in this question it is not necessary because the question only asks for the price of an eraser. So once we get the q, which was defined to be the cost of one eraser, we are basically done. Last thing we need to do is to summarize that. So the cost or the price of an eraser is $0.26. Okay, that's for this number 26.